Looking for something to crochet for your dad or father figure for Father's Day? Okay, good, because I got you covered. No matter what type of dad you have, practical, whimsical, fun, serious, I feel like I've got something for everybody in this video. These are all patterns that I have made myself, so I can personally vouch that they're really, really good. Every pattern in this video is either free or it's something that I've kind of come up with myself that there's not necessarily a pattern for, but I can kind of talk you through it. So let's get started. Also, if you are new here, I'm Alex. This is Creative Arts with Alex Swartz, aka the Singing Crafter. And I am so happy that you're here watching this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share if you want to, or comment. It's really fun to hear what you have to say, your thoughts about the patterns, and it helps to push this video out to new friends who might enjoy this as well. Also, meet Simon the cat and his tail. He's going to be joining us today, probably on and off. Let's get going. My first idea for you today is something that is for the practical dads, but this could also work for a dad that you think would enjoy something a little bit more fun, because this could be personalized in so many different ways. This is something I freehanded that I am actually going to give to my dad this year. Please don't eat that. Simon is eating some yarn. Okay, so our first item today, first idea for you, is a crocheted glasses case. And I have a couple of options for you to kind of show some examples of how you could personalize this. And I'll tell you, it was super simple to make. All I did was crochet a rectangle, and this first one I made with chenille yarn. I used the dollar store chenille yarn, and it worked up really quick because this yarn is, again, thicker. And I just crocheted a rectangle. I kind of measured off of a pair of glasses that I have, and then I made this little fold over here that I sewed down, and then I wanted to make it kind of fun. So what I did was crocheted this fish, and I did actually stuff it with polyfill to give it a little bit of padding and shape, and I think it turned out super cute. It's kind of like a free-form fish, so again, your glasses just slide in there. Your dad could use it for sunglasses, for regular glasses. It really didn't take long at all, and it was just a super fun, quick, cute pattern. The other one I made was with an acrylic yarn. You could honestly do this a million different ways. I crocheted this green one, and again, I made the little fold over and sewed it down, which I think is really cute. So basically it's a rectangle, right? And then you fold it and you sew along a long side and you sew along a short side. And then if you want to do the little fold over detail, you can. This is a duck right here that I crocheted and then sewed on. This is actually one of my parents' ducks. Her name is Puff. I'm going to insert either some footage or a picture of Puff so you can kind of see what she looks like. She's a runner duck. Puff is so cute. My parents have 5 ducks. And Puff absolutely loves my dad. Like, she is obsessed with him. And he can pick her up, like he could do anything. So I put Puff on a glasses case for my dad, and I think it turned out so cute. I think he's really gonna like these. So again, first idea for you, freehand a little glasses case for your dad. You won't be sorry, and you can customize it any way you would like to. They turn out so cute. My next pattern idea for you is for the amigurumi artists out there. This is a super quick pattern that is free. It's the No Sew Pocket Walrus by Yarn Society, I believe. Yes, Yarn Society. And this is one that is very quick to work up. Again, it's no sew. It's a free pattern and it's just so cute. Your dad will honestly love this, especially if he's a little bit silly, a little bit whimsical. It's just such a funny little thing. I made mine with chenille yarn. I have this medium brown one that I've made. Oh my gosh, I just think he is so cute. And then I made also more of a chocolate brown version. I absolutely love these. Let me show you both together. So freaking cute. So again, I did these with chenille yarn, the same dollar store chenille yarn that I used for one of the glasses cases. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of that yarn. It's very cost effective, especially if you don't need a large amount and you just want a little bit of a certain color. I also think the browns are really pretty. Like I love this chocolate brown color. I just think it's so nice. And this medium brown is really great too. They just work for a lot of different animals and I think they're really, really cute. So the pocket walrus is your next pattern. The next idea I have for you is for the dads that love to read, which my dad does. This is not something I'm making for him, but I made it for another dad that I was gifting something to recently. If you want to see the video where I kind of talk about that, go back and watch my vlog. It was my most recent vlog. I think it's 2 videos back. I was making a care package for a new mom, and I also put a little thing in for her husband as well. And it was this bookmark that I freehanded. So I'm going to pop up a picture of that. And basically, to make this, I actually used a really thin yarn because I wanted it to not be thick in a book and I wanted it to kind of have like a little bit more of an intricate look. So I used this really skinny green yarn and I freehanded it. I did long rows until it was as wide of a bookmark as I wanted. And then I did some short rows along the top and the bottom to kind of give it a little bit of shape and just make it look a little more finished. I added a tassel and then I also surface crocheted DAD on it. Now there's a million different ways you can make a bookmark for your dad. There's so many free bookmark patterns out there, but if you just want to make kind of a simple one, you could do something like what I am showing you here. So this is for the reader dads, and it's something quick and easy, but a really nice gift that just shows you're thinking of them. And it's always nice to give something handmade to someone special to you. So bookmarks, always a winner in my mind. If you enjoy making wearables or you feel like that's something your dad would appreciate, this next one is for you. Now, again, I know it's going to be a little out of season, but you can't go wrong, honestly, with a beanie. The one that I am going to put in the description for you, it's a free tutorial from makeanddocrew.com, and it's the 1.5 hour beanie. And this is one that I have been making absolutely nonstop. It makes a really cute ribbed beanie. And this is one that I'm kind of making for basically everyone I know for Christmas. And there's so many ways you can personalize this, right? You can change up the color. I'm going to show you some of the different ones that I have made. So this one I made with a 100% cotton yarn. And it's a little bit long, but the cool thing is if you mess up a little bit on the length or you make it a little bit too long, all you have to do is do a bigger fold and it turns out great. So this one is super comfortable. I used the Mainstays cotton yarn from Walmart, and that was the first time I had tried that. I absolutely loved it. And then I made a pom-pom with another cotton yarn they had. I think this was a peaches and cream yarn, and it was a variegated one that coordinated really well. So just to show you kind of what this looks like on. All right, So this is a little bit more of a floppy version because I did make it a little bit longer. But again, you can adjust this fold as much as you want if you want it to be a little less floppy, or you can fold it multiple times if you want a different look. But this cotton yarn made it so lightweight. So honestly, if you wanted to make one now for your dad, a cotton yarn might be a great choice because it would be a little bit more wearable for him as we go into fall. And just depending on what your dad likes, he might even wear it now. If your dad's a baldy, I mean, he might want a beanie now. And this is something he can save and he can use later. And it's honestly just a really practical, thoughtful gift. I'm going to show you some of the other ones that I've made too. So I've made several with this yarn here. This was a yarn that I got on clearance at Michael's. I think they may be out of it at this point. But it's a really beautiful variegated acrylic yarn. It's really soft, and I think it makes the perfect beanie because I love the color variations. The fun thing about these beanies is they're really forgiving. So no matter what yarn you're using, you can make it work because you make these based on measurement and not really on gauge. So you can crochet as long as you need to make the length that you need to and the width. So you can try out, it's a great way to try out new yarns too and see if you like how they work up. And it really shows off variegated yarn nicely because as you can see, you get that beautiful striping effect. This is another colorway of that yarn that I just showed you, the blue and green. And then I made another like this as well, and I plan to put a fur, well, faux fur pom-pom on top of this one. So that's another way you can switch it up. I mean, you can make your own pom-pom. You can make a coordinating one that goes with the yarn that's made out of the yarn. You can make one that contrasts like I did with the cotton one that I showed you. You can also just go with a totally like different colorway too if you want it to be a little bit more fun. Or you can use like a faux fur little pom pom. I really like to get mine at Dollar Tree. They have these in a bunch of colors now, and I've found them the last several times I've gone. I think the red dot means it's $1.50. Honestly, not a bad price in my mind. I'm sure you could probably buy them in bulk somewhere, maybe for cheaper. But if I just want a few of these, it's a great option. So I definitely recommend this beanie pattern. It's the easiest one that I have tried, and it's pretty mindless once you get the pattern down, and it works up pretty quickly. So that's a great one for your more practical dads who would enjoy something wearable. My last idea for you today is one that is just super fun and cute and would be an adorable desk accessory if your dad has an office or like even just a little table accessory. It's just something that I think would look really cute and brighten up a dad's space. If he has like a workshop or an area where he keeps his things, this would be just something really cute to add in to kind of personalize a little bit. So I made these little mini cacti, and these were so quick to make up. Um, the one with the darker green yarn, this is basically just an oval shape. So what I did is I just began to crochet a sphere, and then when I got to the widest part of my sphere, I just continued to repeat that row. Basically, I measured based on the top of the pot that I had. So I just kind of went until it was the width of the pot, and then I kept crocheting down. After a little bit, when it was about the height I wanted, I did do a round or two of decrease so that it sort of has a little bit of a curve at the bottom, but you wouldn't necessarily have to do that. And then you can just kind of stick it in the pot. Now, I do need to sew this or glue it in still, but I'm going to stuff it. It's actually not even stuffed right now, and it just stays in there. But I'm going to stuff it and then glue it in. These tiny pots were actually left over from my wedding. They were part of our wedding favors. We did little seed flower pot kits for everyone. And I did paint the bottom of this too. So it's like, oh, what a great way to reuse that. And I added a little flower to the top just to make it fun. I did just a few loops. It's nothing complicated there. And you just kind of attach it on the inside, like stick the ends through and tie them on the inside of the cactus. If you wanted to add like a stitch, a white stitch all over to kind of give the look of the spines, you could do that. Something else you could try is using like a furry yarn or like a fuzzy yarn or like an Angora type look to give it a little bit more of like a halo effect, which would also give you kind of that fuzziness that some cacti have. For this other one, I did a double crochet and then basically I did this similarly to the beanies. So I did a double crochet and then I did back loop only. And then you get this ribbing effect. And I made a rectangle basically for this one. I cinched the top and put a little, again, another little flower there. I just kind of made some loops and attached that, and then stuck the other side of it in here. So it's basically kind of like a long skinny beanie. And again, I'm going to stuff this and glue it in. It's not glued in yet, but I had the teeny flower. The cool thing about this is you could make this any size you want. If you wanted to make a little bit of a bigger one, you totally could. All you have to do is just change the size of, the way you're doing your cactus and change the width of it a little bit to fit the pot that you're using. Another thing that's fun about these is you can customize the flower on the top. Let me just show you what this looks like not in the pot. So as you can see, I haven't stuffed it yet, but it's just like this little crocheted long oval type thing. And I just think these are so fun. If you wanted to, you could put a face on them. You could add the white stitch, like I mentioned, kind of all over it to give it more of that that look with the spines and everything. If you wanted to make it a little bit more realistic, you could totally do that. But there's so many fun ways to make these mini cacti, and I think they're a super fun gift for your dad. So there you have it. I hope this gave you some inspiration for something you can make for your dad or another dad in your life this Father's Day, your father figure, or somebody else who is a dad in your life. Don't hesitate to make something a little bit fun and quirky, because chances are good that whoever you're gifting this to will appreciate that you took the time to think of them and make something special for them. And they may even enjoy getting something a little bit out of the ordinary this year. I hope that this is helpful for you and that you have fun crocheting something for all the dads and father figures in your life. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, share if you feel like it. And I will see you very soon. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.